else. So that's a native. The first true digital native, where we born when technology is raising up, like very, very, very increased, where they just develop a new innovation. We can just use our technology, for example, a fan. In the old days, there's no fan. We just like clapping our hands, and it is so getting tired. And then they want to use a technology. That's why every time that evolution is come true. So Generation Z is from 1997 to 2012. That is the year of the generation born. Then scroll down. Okay, so the example of gaming online, there's so many apps that we play, and so many games that we already know from the App Play Store or the App Store. Sometimes we use a device, handphone, or maybe like PC, or maybe laptop, etc. And you can scroll down. Can you scroll down? Okay, so based on statistics, where almost like below 12 years old, there's so much little kids that play games. For example, there's a Roblox that is online game. The offline game that they can play is like Submarine Simulator or everything like that. You can scroll. Okay, so this is the based on statistics. I take the statistics from the Statista web and Newzoo and the eSport earnings. Based on the static, in 2019, there's a below 12-year-old. You can see the color is different. It's almost 140,000 of kids in Indonesia that play online games. It's getting more and more increase every year. From 2021 to 2024, you can see the 2 times bigger. Like from 12 to 14 years old, from 12 to 14 years old in 2019 is almost 10 to 100. And the more they can just go to the 2004, it's getting increase and increase and increase. Why? It's because the technology is getting more advanced right now in this time, where we can just use AI and we can use our education in basic technology learnings. You can scroll up, scroll down, sorry. Okay, so why is Gen Z and why did I take this presentation for Gen Z only? Because it's very usual that we see that Gen Z is almost every day doesn't get out from the phone screen. Like every day we always using our phone and we hold our phones, and that's why we can see why Gen Z is very advanced at technology and a native tech. Why Gen Z? First, phone and online gaming is for entertainment and communication, for socializing, but in the different world, in online world. And the second is social interaction, that's what I said. And the third is high engagement, where the more they can just build up this teamwork, and then they can have this high engagement. And the fourth is creativity expressed, where Gen Z is almost like they can create a game. Obviously, I remember there's a game that can develop a game inside a game. It's very confusing, but trust me, it's very cool because they can just like expressing their own creativity. You can go to the next slide. What is the benefits of online gaming? First is soft skill development. We don't realize this is because we just take it like, oh, this is just for fun. But actually, there's so much benefits of it. Soft skill development, where you can teamwork, communication, higher communication, and then you can just building a team that it can go to that goals to winning, obviously. And second is career opportunities, like e-sport team, like NRQ, FOS, etc. And third, there's emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is like dopamine, where we can play games and we felt like there's a kind of satisfying or easiness when we already play games. Like, oh my gosh, I just win this. And then you felt like this engagement on emotional resilience. Next, there's a negative impact of online gaming. First is health issues. If you're just too focused on online gaming and then don't care about your health issues, like you just taking your time in the night time until like in the one night you just play games, it can make your health very, very, very kind of like decrease. Like you can get so tired easily, and then you can just like doesn't even care about your own what did you eat, etc. And the second is addiction. Addiction where I found this a little kid just play online games because she doesn't even cannot control themselves, and then there's no parental guidelines, so they just play games, and then when the parents take out their phones, the little kid just always like this. At the time, I was like very shocked because that is an addiction of phone on the online gaming because the parents cannot take parental guidelines. And the third is cyberbullying and toxicity. Well, mostly players were like mad at each other and then other teammates because like, oh, you're doing wrong side, blah 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 blah, and then there's so much, cyberbullying and toxicity language. The fourth is social disconnection. What is social disconnection? Well, in the reality world, actually. So in the online, we just like very active, very just thinking about we were an extroverted person. But in the social disconnection, in the real life, we just take our side like in the side of the class and then just like sleeping and then play games and then sleeping like that and doesn't have a social communication with each other. Well, that is just like a bad thing to do. And then the fifth is decreased full performance, where you just like play games and doesn't care to learn. And then when you cannot learn and then blah 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 yada yada, you just like, oh no, I have exam tomorrow, I forgot to learn. Well, that is your own fault. Can you scroll down? In summary, Generation Z is deeply connected to a device, a gaming, as it provides them with a platform for social interaction, creativity, and entertainment, where online gaming acts as a visual hub for building a relationship. That's why our teamwork, expressing our creativity and engaging in competitive experiences, shaping much of their digital identity culture. Can you go up? Can you really go up? So there's lastly a quote from, actually it's my favorite streamer. Winda said, in my opinion, there are no failed dreams, only delayed ones. If you feel like you failed in achieving something, don't worry. There are other dreams that can be created. That's it.